Nigeria's north is the most populous among the three regions in the country. It has been fighting a lot of issues ranging from a high number of out-of-school children, poverty, political thuggery, and most recently the Boko Haram insurgency. The Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs and the Office of the First Lady of Nigeria holds this conference to reposition the Muslim family for national development. Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido, is one of the key speakers. The problem begins with a failed family system.
Only my husband can explain why things went sour. Every time I try to complain, I get beaten. He leaves us hungry. I realized divorce is the best option. If I can endure the hunger, the children cannot. We had to look for a way out.
Ramatu is 25 years old. She has been married to Malam Yernika for 10 years. She and her 4 children now live in this Almajiri shelter.
We speak of the Almajiri problem as if the Almajiri is the problem, when in fact the problem is irresponsible fathers who leave their children on the street.
The word Almajiri is derived from the Arabic word al-muhajirun, an immigrant. It usually refers to a person who migrates his home to a popular teacher in the quest for Islamic knowledge. They are on the news.
School children and Almajiri on the streets has continued to be a source of concern.
On social media, their pictures go viral. On our streets, begging and scavenging, the supposed scholars and leaders of tomorrow. The Almajiri concept has unfortunately become an escape route for irresponsible parents.
If you're allowed to marry and have children, do you just marry and have children without any responsibility? But we know that people, especially men, have taken all the privileges that have been given without any of the responsibilities.
The plight of these children can be so troubling. The sights of where they live, feed, survive, what they learn on the streets, how they're trained and corrected, the subtle wishes of their hearts, the thoughts of these psychological trauma is heartbreaking. The Almajiri. Several governments, non-governmental organizations and Islamic clerics have attempted to abolish the Almajiri system, but these efforts eventually turn out fruitless. What could be the way forward? The Sharia law was introduced in Nigeria in the late 1990s. It is Islam's legal system. It aims to help Muslims understand how they should lead every aspect of their lives. It never tackled the problem.
Apart from the Muslim criminal law, no other law has been codified. It's almost as if you're not a thief, if you don't commit assault, if you're not a criminal, then the Sharia does not apply to you. You will not go to any of those states and find a law written that talks about consent in marriage, the rights of wives and husbands. What does Islam say about domestic violence if you beat your wife? What is the right of a wife when she's divorced? What are the responsibilities of the husbands? If a child is found on the street, is the father responsible and can the state hold him accountable? These are all Sharia. And they're far, far more important than just talking about cutting off the hand of a thief.
The problem must be tackled.
So women are being divorced and sent to the streets with their children. This is one of the major problems that causes this Almajiri system in Nigeria. To solve this problem, a permanent solution must be found. The Senate and the House of Assembly have to pass laws to support women and children. Husbands must be punished for sending their kids to the streets. A stringent solution must be found, or else this country will be living in cycles. We have women being divorced with their children going out to the streets. Government and concerned citizens taking these people out of the streets. More women are being divorced, sending them again out of the streets, and then this problem keeps looping in a cycle. So the onus, therefore, is on lawmakers in Nigeria to pass stringent laws to solve these problems.
Government must set deliberate and stringent laws to stop these cowardice.
And say that any man who divorces his wife with children is obliged to provide them with accommodation and maintain his children, and there should be the law and the courts and the system that will enforce.
Justice must be served at all levels.
If divorce comes, you should maintain your children. If you have children, you should feed them and educate them. If you are too poor to feed your children, please go out and beg. Don't send them to go and beg. You go out. We're hoping that people will listen. But we're also hoping that if people choose to ignore, if someone decides that he's going to batter his wife, that there will be consequences. We're hoping that we'll stop treating Almajiri as criminals. When you see a young boy on the street, roaming the street, you say, where is your father? You go and arrest the father, not the boy. Because the father was the one responsible.
The Nigerian legislature have deliberated several laws, including the hate speech bill, and even a bill for a rehabilitation agency for repentant insurgents, but none to protect the children and address the root of the main issue, a failed family system. Better laws must be made and implemented to protect children and the future of Nigeria.